Now, the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, has spoken to the Indian External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar. Reportedly, the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, stressed on the importance of a strong collective response to condemn Russia's invasion and call for an immediate withdrawal of troops and a ceasefire. Now, it is understood that India and the United States of America are not on the same page as far as the crisis in Ukraine is concerned. India, of course, does have historic and time-tested ties with Russia. At the same time, its strategic partnership with the US has grown at an unprecedented pace over about a decade and a half. It is believed that the Biden administration at various levels, including, of course, this phone call that was made by the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, to the External Affairs Minister, has been reaching out to their Indian counterparts and asking for a firmer response, perhaps, to the Ukrainian crisis. India so far has maintained that its first priority right now is to make sure that all Indians who are stranded in Ukraine are brought back to the country. Also, India, while repeatedly condemning the escalation, has been calling for a laying down of arms. But this phone call that we are now seeing from Antony Blinken to the External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, obviously will perhaps be asking for a more firm response from India. Now, with the safety of Indians who are stranded in Ukraine the top priority of the government, the Indian government, of course, has been continuously talking about bringing back these students and others who are stranded over there.
The Indian government has announced that it is keeping a close watch on the situation developing in Ukraine. The Ministry of External Affairs has set up a control room to provide support to the Indians affected in the war zone. In order to provide maximum support to Indian nationals trapped in Ukraine, MEA has expanded its control room in Delhi and has made it operational on a 24/7 basis. The Indian Embassy in Kiev has also issued a notification asking students stuck in Ukraine to remain safe and return to their homes, hostels or accommodations. In view of the growing uncertainties, Indian citizens have been told to stay inside and avoid traveling. Speaking on the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia, India continues to maintain its stance and expressed deep concerns over the developments. Meanwhile, India's permanent representative to the United Nations, T.S. Tirumurthy, at UNSC meeting stated that the hostility will soon spiral into a major crisis if not checked and will severely destabilize the whole region.
The situation is in danger of spiraling into a major crisis. We express our deep concern over the developments which, if not handled carefully, may well undermine the peace and security of the region.
Meanwhile, with Putin announcing war, the global economy is on tenterhooks. From natural gas to wheat, experts believe that prices of various commodities will increase in the near future. The Indian sunflower oil industry is worried if the escalation of tensions between Russia and Ukraine could delay the import and raise the price of the popular edible oil. Even sanctions not specifically aimed at the energy market could indirectly crimp exports of oil and natural gas or prompt Moscow to retaliate by limiting supply. Earlier, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, in a post-budget interaction, had said that Russia-Ukraine tensions and a surge in crude oil prices pose a risk to the financial stability of the country, and the government is closely monitoring the situation. Bureau Report, Republic TV.